Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the crew of the Cosmic Orca, a Traveler 2E podcast. Joined once again by the same four crew as always. Let's go ahead and get our introductions out of the way. Emily, go ahead and kick us off again.
Hi, I'm Emily. I play Astrid. She is the bitter scout dropout, or who got kicked out, who has the hots for Raoul Panther currently.
The third.
Nice.
The third. Don't forget that part.
Third, yeah. Hi, my name is Richard, and I play Commander Kalen Vess. And he has always wanted to learn how to play the fiddle, but never got around to it.
I'm a traveling band musician, so.
You're right. You're right. I was thinking of Starship Troopers, how there was that one dude that like rocked the fiddle in that. And I was like, oh,
There's no
cool.
time like the future. This is it.
That's right. That's right.
I'm Trey, and I play Esquire Cumberbatch, aka Squid, and he is not a morning person.
Fair.
True.
Nice. I'm Paul, and I play Aster Tillian III, and I'm feeling really good this time. just really glowing, just really ready for fun. I don't know. We're in a bar right now apparently, and I'm having drinks, and life is good.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Alex is like, okay, enough
So
fun.
with that. So yeah, you guys, we'll actually say you guys needed a couple days to like completely, like you forgot all about the other stuff. You forgot about the black box. You forgot about all of that stuff that was happening. You just needed a few days because you were just kind of got out of a war zone, essentially.
We're traumatized.
You're not traumatized, but
Aster's seen some shit.
Okay. That's true.
But yeah, you guys do need, you just take a few days. I mean, your ship's still being worked on, so it's not like it matters anyway. But after a couple of days of rest and relaxation, Raoul has left at that point he does say goodbye. He doesn't just like leave like a thief in the night or anything. He specifically says goodbye to you.
Oh.
He says goodbye to everybody, but the goodbye is a little bit more prolonged with you.
We'll keep in touch.
Oh, absolutely. You guys swap emails or whatever the kids do these days.
Space emails?
Yeah. Swap
Emails?
pager
Is that a
numbers.
black bandana ascot you're wearing now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tucks it into her trench coat.
However, Michael and the space police, they are sticking around for a little bit longer because they just don't feel like going back into space for the time being. So
And we're pals.
you're acquaintances.
We're pals.
Working on the palace part.
Because you've been in contact with Kyle this whole time, you do get a message from him. It's like, hey, so your computer systems are functioning.
That's good,
The files that are there, they're very corrupted. I've got a software running, but when I plugged it in, I honestly thought that my program was going to tell me to fuck off. It's giving me a 30-week decompiling time.
Is there just that much data to go through?
There's a lot of data to go through, and it's a mess.
Okay, yeah.
Can you organize it?
Maybe.
Like, can you help the software? Is that a thing?
Not with this. This is just, it just has to do it on its own.
Oh, shit.
But what it will do whenever a file is fixed, it will set it aside. So you'll be able to view files as they're completed. Almost like a plot hook or something like that.
So is there...
Well played.
You said it started.
It started, yeah.
It started. Has it completed any right now?
No.
Okay.
I started like an hour ago.
Okay,
Is that a process the ship can maintain on its own?
Oh,
Or do we
yeah,
have
that's
to do
fine.
that? Okay.
No, it's not going to take up any bandwidth.
Okay, cool.
It just runs in the background.
Perfect. Thanks for the help, Kyle.
But yeah,
What's the state of the opulent room that I stay in?
we haven't started cleaning yet. We've just been getting... Also, did you guys know there was a bullet hole in the floor near the science lab?
Yeah.
Only one.
Was
Just
that me?
one.
Was that me? That was me. I got
Okay.
scared.
You got... you got lucky. You angled it just right. If you had angled it like 2 degrees more one direction, you would have just had a hole in the ship.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to point that out. That
So I
there was
almost
a,
killed
Could
all
have
of
thrown
us.
one of her bear rugs over it. It would have been fine.
We haven't gotten to cleaning up the inside of the ship yet. By the way, what color scheme do you want for this thing?
I was thinking 70s retro, but
70s retro what?
2670s?
2670s.
That was a wild time.
Oh, you're talking about the ship, not just the room.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds lovely for your room.
Yeah. Jeez.
Now, as far as the exterior, I know I was picturing
Like a blue?
maybe blue with an orca logo upon it.
I agree.
I like that.
I agree
As for
with
the
this.
interiors, what does it currently look like?
I mean, the same way you guys had it when you left. When you left it, it was just dusty.
Dusty
Lots of
sandblasted.
metal.
Yeah.
Let's get it clean before we worry about paint color.
Or chrome? Chrome inside?
Well, at least I got the blue outside look figured out. I don't think you want chrome on the inside. That sounds like a
Every surface has your face on it.
Astrid's a little gaudy, but it's okay.
So she found the right room.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll workshop the colors later, but I figured I'd at least ask that while I had you on here. So anything else you guys, I mean, I've got a good window where you guys can probably come in and get anything out of here if you need it, because I'll probably have this thing sealed up while they're working on the inside for a couple of days. So
We should probably get the black box.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good call.
okay. And it's the future, so it's not very big. It's probably about the size of this thing. So, but
Cool,
you're
so I can put it in my trench coat pocket with the biscuits. from
Yes.
the embassy.
That are still in there for 10 days.
it's only been like 2 days so far. They're a little crushed though. You got crumbs all over your coat. It's Bill's character.
It's fine.
From the
Importantly, they
gunfire
didn't get
accident.
shot.
Yeah.
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 No.
I
So you
brushed
have
my
it now.
shoulders off.
What would you guys like to do with your black box though?
Should we take it to the professor?
Doesn't seem like that's his specialty, but I bet
Maybe the space
the
police?
ambassador. Oh, the space police probably can. I was
Mm.
thinking the ambassador, but
Because what would the black box have that's different from the files that are defragging?
Well, the black box is from the mercenary ship.
Ah, yes. So the black box is going to tell us what happened in the final moments before they went down.
correct.
Yes, why don't we start with the space police, because they seem to know about the Crimson Syndicate and they might be able to identify if that was a similar pattern.
That's not a bad plan.
Sounds great.
They also seem to have the technology to look at this.
And Rami is
readily
with us
available.
still.
Yeah. So he's tagging along. He's coming with you.
Oh,
guys.
is he physically present? I just.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I would have said, remember
He,
you?
he was on a call. It's fine.
Okay.
And then this
He
is
steps
going to be
away a
just
lot.
how I run NPCs normally. Like 95% of the time, they're not going to factor into the decisions you four are going to make. But for like combat and stuff like that, I'll throw some dice for him here and there because he's an ally specifically, so he will help. But like the big decisions, I typically leave to you guys, and I don't have a lot of NPC input on that. So
He takes a lot of calls. He does a lot of paperwork. He's usually busy.
he has to be in like in the middle of like a space fight. He's going to be like sitting upside down, like filling out like forms or whatever, you know, flowing with the
pew, sign,
rocks.
sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's busy. He's got stuff to do.
So, yeah, if you guys want to go to the space police, you know where they've docked at. They gave you the information. So,
Let's head out.
Let's do it.
Sounds fun.
all right. So you head to their docking bay. Again, it's a private one, but they gave you the access code needed to get in there. Michael opens up the door to the ship. When you knock on it, I presume, or buzz it or whatever, and he's like,
I think we would have calmed and told him that we were on our way.
Oh, yeah. Our communicator.
okay, yeah, you can communicate. So he opens up the door and it's like, oh, it's you guys again, Aster and Squid and Kaylin and Astrid.
Hey, you got it first
Yeah.
time.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Space police.
Good with names.
Yeah, it's part of the job. So you guys had something you wanted us to try and look at for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fished the black box out of my
Okay, he
Pocket.
takes it. He brushes.
brush
Yeah,
off the biscuits.
he
Crumbs.
brushes some crumbs off that you missed too.
Hey, we recovered this black box from the mercenary ship that exploded. Remember we were telling you about it the other night?
I do.
I was wondering if you could try and read what's on this drive.
Do you give it a shot? Sure. Come with me then, I guess. And he takes you to the common area of the ship. So one of the things that you guys did notice, kind of, while their bridge was incredibly sophisticated, their common area, while still more sophisticated, you notice that their main terminal is literally just like a big old like CRT monitor.
Sweet.
Nice.
Retro tech.
Very retro tech. I got this. I believe it used to be called a Macintosh.
Oh, my God.
I like the color
I had
scheme.
one of those in my scout
So-
ship.
Do you have a coffee maker in here?
Yeah, it's over there.
Oh, jeez.
Oren should have brewed some up this morning, so you notice it's just Michael
Nearly
in the ship.
10:30. You're still not
I
awake?
know, and we're already moving.
So he takes the black box, he sticks it in a little like node that's on the side. He pushes some stuff in, like it's clear like a one size fits all port. So he just sticks it in the middle and then just kind of closes a clamp around it so it completes whatever connection it needs. And then he pushes this big, huge, clunky button on the front of the monitor and he just kind of stares at it for a second. Then he gives it a smack on the side. Then it whirs to life.
Does it make the Macintosh noise?
Yes.
Yes.
And then every magnetic device within a 200-foot radius is demagnetized.
Oh my. Powerful.
Nah, I'm kidding on that part. That was a problem a Macintosh computer had, though.
Fun fact by Alex.
Yep. So it whirs up, and he starts typing on an actual old school, like IBM mechanical keyboard, and he starts typing on some stuff and gets it. It's like, it's going to take like 5 minutes to download this thing in, and then I'll put it on the holo display for us so we can all get a good look at it. This is just my personal terminal, and he taps the side of it. Some dust comes out from the side. When he does
Can I
it.
follow Squid into the mess hall to get a snack?
Yeah. So their kitchen is very nice. Which one of the things you remember from your knowledge of the space police is that Michael used to be a celebrity chef before he became a bounty hunter.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, right. He
So-
looks like
So
Guy
right.
Fieri.
You see Squid is holding a cup with like a foamed espresso.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Yeah. So there's like these homemade like danishes just kind of out there. Like clearly he made breakfast for the crew,
That's not there.
but they're not there currently. So you can just take it.
Yeah, don't mind if I do.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys can take some breakfast items. You got some snacks, and he calls you guys back in after that. And the table. So like there was like this rounded kind of couch around this
Aster, I
big
got you a
round table.
scone.
Thank you.
They're good.
No.
And so this table in the middle kind of whirs to life, turns a little green, and then an image just kind of like comes up, and it's an actual holographic log of the captain of the ship as well was downloaded into the black box. In addition to just audio only files or some holograph stuff. And he's like, well, it does feel a little weird looking at a dead man's private log, but fuck it, he's dead, who cares? And he pushes a button and the log starts playing.
He's not gonna care.
And it's actually really boring. It's just him going through like crew reports, and it's just like, yeah, so Carrie is he's just fucking useless. Like that guy just, honestly, if he got jettisoned into space, I probably wouldn't care.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so then Carrie, once again, finally he gets this like, all right, so we need a few more hands on the ship to help us out with some stuff. So we're at a spaceport right now. There's 4 people here. One used to be a scout. Someone used to be in the Navy. I forget what the other 2 guys are. We're gonna hire them on, take them with us. At the very least, we'll send and have them do our dirty work for us, or scout some stuff or whatever. Anything to keep me on the ship. I don't feel like looking at stuff right now. I just need to get paid.
Oh my.
And that's the last like holo log. And then Michael starts going through to try and like match up like the date time frames from where that one was, and it gets to one of the last things it got before it cut out. So at first you hear the same thing. You hear him going, Commander Kalen, is everything okay? You don't hear Kalen's side of it because you're on the wrong end. So it doesn't have that communication part in there. And then eventually you hear the part when Kalen had asked him, is everything okay, when the alarms went off? And then you hear the captain go, yeah, everything was supposed to be fine, but I'm not sure what happened, which the only part you got to was I'm not sure. And then the communications cut out before the ship exploded. And then you hear someone else, one of the other crewmen that you remember, saying, sir, I think someone sabotaged the ship. I think someone sabotaged the power plant. Then you hear the captain of the mercenary ship go, what do you mean sabotage? And then the recording ends from there.
But it doesn't sound like there was an attack from without. but from within.
Could it have been Carrie?
Well, you see Michael takes the black box out. He rotates it a little bit and he sticks it back in the terminal, rearranges the plugs, and then he pulls up. You see something else, like a roster.
So the
pulls up.
manifest roster.
Well, remember though, the mercenary cruiser had 2 launches. You guys took one of them. And then as Michael's kind of poking and prodding it a little bit, he looks at it and goes, the other launch left the cruiser 5 minutes before it exploded, and no one noticed. As far as I can tell. May not have had a chance to. It happened so quickly.
Who is on that cruiser?
Doesn't say. Safe bet, though. I mean, this captain really hated this Carrie guy.
Yeah.
Probably a safe bet that it was him. But
Was this cruiser a part of the ship, or was it a separate ship entirely?
the launch,
Yeah.
it was like the tube ship, like when you guys went
Yeah,
down to the
but it
planet.
couldn't jump.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
There were
He
two
had
of them.
And you guys took one of them, and it got destroyed when the cruiser
Yeah.
hit this
How
planet.
would we?
It couldn't jump, you know?
It's a cruise.
that
It's a cruiser, right?
It was short range.
No, the launch isn't.
The launch is just a short range thing. It could go down planet side and come back up to the main craft, but they couldn't have gotten far unless they had somebody else they were meeting
Unless
there.
they had someone else.
Yeah, it's possible. Everybody just make flat intelligence checks, please. Difficulty of
My
8.
second double one
Oh.
in this campaign.
Nice.
10.
Nice.
11.
All right, Squid, your brain just turns off. With the 2 intelligence.
Colin, we figured it out. Yeah.
You got an Everclear reset going on right now. The rest of you, on the other hand, are thinking like most likely what happened is whoever it was that took the launch, got picked up by another ship that was nearby, and because it did take you guys a bit to get your bearings on the vessel, probably was able to jump out without you guys even being any the wiser, especially because the sensors on the ship weren't working that well anyway because they were so fucked up and broken.
So the launch ship could jump.
No, the launch probably got picked up by a different ship.
Okay, gotcha.
And then went off to God knows where from there. That's kind of your best hypothesis right now. But it wasn't an accident that destroyed the mercenary cruiser. You guys have confirmed that now. It was done intentionally.
Do we remember the name of this band of mercenaries?
They weren't important.
Okay.
We'll call them the Mercenary Maniacs.
Okay.
Maniac Mercenaries. There we go.
Maniac mercenary.
Keep it alliterative.
The
Do
M&Ms.
we have
Nice.
do we have a roster of the Crimson Syndicate
Oh, it's
leaders?
thousands. Oh, it's dozens of them. It's not on. You'd be able to find it, but it'll take a little bit to get that information because some of that stuff is classified. Kaylin will be able to get through that classification, though, for that kind of thing.
Because I wonder if Carrie is on any of those lists.
It's just going to take a few weeks to get there. It's going to take like a week to get that information. So,
I'd ask Michael if he'd heard of the Maniacs.
I heard of them. There's mercenaries. I mean,
Okay.
thousands of those across the galaxy, millions of those across the galaxy. I thought about being a mercenary. Bounty hunting pays better, though. Much harder work, but pays a lot better.
You guys seem to be doing pretty well. And I take another sip of my espresso.
Oh, yeah, it's lucrative. We got some really good contracts. We got some really good deals. Yeah, no. You just
If you'd be
like,
willing to share some of your contacts, I'd love to exchange notes.
Ever the broker.
he pulls, go ahead and make we haven't had you roll this yet. Make an education broker roll, please.
Alright.
Difficulty
Nice.
8.
Education broker. So I add my career broker or the skill? Skill. Okay, cool.
Like it's a 7.
That's a 12.
Incredible.
He hands you a data card and it's like, they're not the best paying clients. I'm not going to give you those. These are the mid-range ones. I'll give you some good coin though.
Ooh.
Greatly appreciated.
Like, oh, is there anything else you guys need?
Do you know of any spaceport or somewhere close to the planet we were on that maybe we could see if Carrie checked in at those spaceports?
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of hotels and stuff down planet side. I mean, that's going to be like finding a needle in a haystack though, because he may not even have gone here.
Okay.
Or were you meaning the desolate planet where we found the orca?
Where we found the orca.
If there were spaceports nearer to there.
Yeah, like maybe he went somewhere nearby and checked it.
He pulls the VR stuff you had down and he pulls up a sector map and he kind of asks like, so we're here, like you guys went this way. Okay, so you're right there. And he enlarges that. And then he brings it back out a little bit. And he's like, well, without knowing like the ship he was on or where they even went, there's easily 5 different places he could have gone.
Yeah.
5 isn't that many.
If you think about how long it takes to get to each one.
Yeah.
But couldn't we pull the records from each of those remotely? We don't have to go there, right?
I mean, it's hundreds of hotels,
Couldn't
probably,
it be a
though.
space police case?
I don't think we have the coin to pay them what that would cost.
We don't have the coin to pay them.
I have my suspicions about Carrie. I'm trying to
Understandably.
figure out
I mean, the
him.
syndicate list, that's easy. I mean, if his name's on there, that'll answer your question right there, which means theoretically, if he's on the list, he'd probably want to go back to their territory. No one actually knows like where their main base is. They probably don't even have one because they're a syndicate. And he scrolls on the map a bit and he pokes the holographic display really hard and he starts tracing a line. He's like, realistically, I'd follow this path. That's going to take like 2 or 3 jumps, even like with the jump 4 drive to get here. So that would put, I mean, it'd be somewhere along this area if he even checked into a hotel. He may have stayed on the ship the whole time. But at the very least, that's the direction he would have gone. So if you want to pursue that, by all means.
Well, I think that, like they're saying, that would take a long time. So let's check the syndicate list.
Okay.
I think that's
that's going to take, conveniently, that's probably going to take about as long as it's going to take for your ship to get finished up.
Wow.
Which, does anyone else have anything they would like to do before we fast forward in time?
Is there, without having to go planet side, because it's still probably a hot mess down there, is there any place on the station that would allow, that has like software upgrades that we could get, something we can put on the ship or on my personal computer to kind of boost maybe just our processing power?
Let's see.
Because I know some people have 100,000 credits they could maybe spend.
Absolutely.
Well, so if people want to upgrade their weapons, so if we want to do that, and we got the book right here for that kind of stuff.
I would like to do that.
So
I was curious.
Restock
maybe
some of your
outfit.
ammunition.
no, that will just say that happens all the time. Basically, anytime you're not in combat, you're in a position you can,
Buy stuff.
to get that all taken care of.
I also would like to look into one of these espresso machines.
Oh, don't worry about that.
We're getting the mess hall kitted up.
Oh, yes.
So, okay. What kind of upgrades for those that would like an upgrade to their weapon would... So we've got stuff like stocks that you can put on your weapons. There's suppressors. You can get larger magazines for your weapons so they would hold more ammo.
Can I do that?
Get,
I want to do that.
Okay, so what that'll do, it'll increase your ammo by 50% more. So basically that what holds 20? Mm-hmm. So that'll up you to 30. And we are going to say, I was really hoping it would just give me like a price for that.
$100.
Oh, barrel length. Running out of dice is the thing this book also says too.
Interesting.
Oh, it's a percent of the purchase price. Oh, wow. That's actually hilariously cheap because you just buy the magazine. Oh, there's drum magazines too, which is 2.5 times the ammunition. Oh, so these are just magazines you buy. These aren't really upgrades. This is just a thing that you can get. So an actual upgrade.
Yeah, I want an actual upgrade.
So we've got scopes.
Scopes would be good for a rifle.
That's true.
Yeah, so there's scopes. There's laser pointers, which can be for anybody.
Is there anything
Bayonets.
Question.
Yes.
Because my auto pistol is 3d6 -3. How do I get rid of that -3? Is that possible?
Good question. If you want a laser sight, while I'm looking that up, I got that page up. Or a scope. Would you like a long range scope? Would you like a low light scope?
Ooh, a low light scope would be great.
So a low light scope negates the effects of near complete darkness, though it needs a little bit of light to function. Can't see through smoke, but basically it's if you're in a dark environment, you won't suffer any penalties for shooting through the scope in the dark.
Nice.
As long as there's a little bit of light. Okay.
Can a pistol have that?
Yeah, why not? There's a lot of handguns actually that can't take scopes or rail mounted. You have a full-sized auto pistol, so
Yeah.
they're 150 credits.
Oh.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, they're really cheap. A laser sight's 200. That gives you a +1 DM to your attack rolls. So basically, like if I give you like a, you just add 1 to your attack rolls if you want a laser pointer. Those are 200 credits.
I will buy one.
Okay. And we'll say that's pretty much all you can put on a pistol. It's got 2 hard
You got
points.
it.
So
I purchased a low light scope also.
Okay. So standard. So there are different barrels, it looks like. So that reduces damage. We don't want that. And we're just going to have some fun customizing things. So we'll actually just say, so find some machines for combat shotguns. Wow, these things like all reduce damage. Interesting. We'll just say if you want to get an upgrade for your gun to reduce that, it's going to make it like half a kilogram heavier. And we'll just say that it costs, because these things are really cheap, 500 credits. And that'll reduce your handguns. It'll just give you a normal 3D damage.
Okay.
Nice. Could I do that plus the laser?
Yeah.
Cool. That was going to be 350 total.
Yeah, we'll just say that.
And I don't care about upgrading my weapon. That's just for emergencies.
It's fair.
But I would be curious if there's more science things besides what
Yeah,
you
I'm
had before.
far more focused on the computer upgrades than I am the weapons, but it's good to have.
I don't have my PDF in front of me right now, so I don't have the other book. So if you want a computer program, you can get an intrusion package, which is hacking software.
Yes, please.
There's expert packages, which mimic skills. So you would get an expert package in a skill. And then depending on what you want to spend determines what that rank in that skill is.
Okay.
There's a translator. There's agent packages.
Go on. I did that for a while.
An agent package, I recommend. It's like to hack into enemy computer systems and steal a particular data file. And then there's intellect, which is basically it gives your computer intelligence.
I want that.
Okay.
I want that, and I want the hacker one if I can afford both of them.
So if you get the intrusion one at bandwidth 2, which is tech 11, that one is, so the lowest is tech 11 is tech level 10. It's 1,000 credits for the lowest tech level. The agent one at the lowest tech level is 500 credits. The next step up, or the intellect one, is 2,000 credits. I mean, and then the next step up is 50,000 credits.
Jeez.
You can get both.
I'm not getting both. I'm not gonna spend all 50,000.
Okay. So you just want to get the intrusion one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you want that at tech level 10 or 11?
What's the price difference? I'm sorry.
Tech level 10 is 1,000 credits, and in tech level 11 is 10,000 credits. And basically the number of bandwidth, I believe, it gives you a bonus equal to their bandwidth. So if you get the tech level 11 one, you get a +2 to your hacking attempts.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and spring for that.
Okay. All right.
I have a weird question before we move on.
Yeah.
I want to know, since one of my specialties is cybernetics, what the possibility would be to do like a mounted, like a shoulder mount for a firearm.
It wouldn't be possible. You would need like a hard point armor to do that.
Okay.
But it's possible. I think actually the robot book has something to say about that, or the Essential Supply catalog might have something for it too.
Awesome.
It's just an idea.
All right. So we're fast forwarding a week. Your ship is done. It is.
Kyle, you're amazing.
It is painted on the outside. It is all fixed up on the inside. They moved it to dry dock, so it's not in the docking bay anymore. So it's now outside of it because Kyle wants to give you the grand Star Trek the Motion Picture flyby of this thing. So you guys board a launch, the 5 of you. Mm-hmm. During the week, by the way, Michael and the Space Police did leave. So they gave, again, contact information.
Perfect.
So they're gone. You guys are in the launch, and Kyle says you guys are going to love this. And powers up the launch, and dry dock's like several 100,000 kilometers away because it's space and distance is large and it's outer space. And you fly up, and if there was music playing, you know it'd be a sweeping orchestral tune. And
it's already playing in my head.
The last time you saw this ship on the outside, like it was beat up, it was sandblasted, it was pockmarked, all this stuff. The very first thing you notice is, as it comes into view, the top of the ship is a very dark navy blue on the top. And then, but the underside, though, is a very, not pearlescent, but it is a very subdued white color on the bottom.
I love it.
That orca camouflage.
And it's almost kind of like that navy blue on the top kind of shimmers a little bit in the light of the stars and the sun and everything, and the lights of the dry dock. But as you approach it from the side, you do see he did put the orca logo on the side.
Nice.
And then in a kind of fancy-ish looking font, it does say Cosmic Orca on the side.
Comic Sans.
And the fanciest of fonts.
Webdings.
Yes, it's Cosmic Orca and Wingdings. So you guys fly around the side. He does the side shot of it where the logo is, the name is, the color scheme, everything. You do see that the hard points have been refitted. The turrets that are there are triple turrets, but there's only one turret on each side. They are laser turrets. Because again, those are legal. Ship-mounted laser weapons. It's the only way they hurt each other. It's the only way to defend yourself is with laser weapons. And then it cuts to the back, and then on the back side of the ship, you see he did put just Orca down on the back of the ship, and then that is also, and then it completes the 360 of the rotation of it, and then connects the ship in the airlock port where you guys came in initially on the ship back then, and the door opens very smoothly this time. No,
My old nemesis.
It doesn't take three people to open this. And he opens up the door and is like, "You guys going in first?"
Sure thing.
And you'll notice that
so good.
it smells very clean.
It smells so
Got
much
that new
better.
Orca scent.
it's got that new ship smell happening here. And you guys walk in, and the lights are dimmed, but Kyle clearly set this up to make it feel impressive.
Yeah, the theatrics.
Yeah, he's got the
my God.
theatrics on. This is not his first rodeo making a ship look nice.
There's a reason he agreed to do this for so cheap. He just loves it. It's
And
a
then
passion work for him.
the lights turn on real like slowly and dramatically. But the only thing that sucks is you're not on the bridge. You're on that lower part where the mess hall area is.
/ cargo bay.
And
Yeah,
cargo
exactly.
bay. No, so when it turns on, you actually see that he replaced that table, because originally when you guys got there, it was like one long table. It still retracts into the floor, but it's individual kind of tables now,
Okay.
but can connect. Basically, they can connect to each other, kind of like if
Nice.
leafs
We
and
get our
tables were
own
automatic.
tables?
You can have your own tables, or the leafs can connect, basically. You can have one big table. But then you look off to what was originally the round room. Kyle's like, I believe, Aster, this is going to be more your speed. This is your mess hall. We'll go into some detail about this later. But he takes you over to the round area, and the doors open very smoothly this time now. Like, they're fully powered. The lights turn on. So the front area is round, and then the back is actually a bit more rectangular, like you remember. But there was just like a bed. There was like a hospital bed. That has been replaced by something called a cryoberth. And what that is kind of like the same thing as a low berth, but it is much more sophisticated. So basically, that's what you do to put someone on ice if they're dying. So you can prolong their life, so you can get to a spot to like actually treat them. It's also there's a thing called a fast drug, which you inject into someone, and it heals them very quickly by increasing their metabolism. And you would know this, but a fast drug, because it increases their metabolism so rapidly, it will cook them to death if they're not frozen. So that is what you do, is you freeze them before you inject the drug into them so they don't die.
Oh my gosh.
But that's what that's going to be for. And then the round part is actually, it's kind of rudimentary, but it is a full science lab at this point.
Nice.
So you actually do have scientific equipment there.
A Bunsen
That'll-
burner.
Yes, your one single Bunsen burner. And some like computer terminals and microscopes and stuff like that.
And that thing that
So-
spins the test tubes all the way around.
Yes.
That looks important.
Centrifuge.
You have 100 centrifuges.
Holy no. I don't need 100. That's too much.
Just kidding, just one.
The ship starts
One
rotating.
Bunsen-
But now that we've shown you that, let's show you the rest of it. So I couldn't help but kind of realize I don't You guys can probably cook your own individual meals, but I figured you guys might need a little assistance on that part. So he takes you off to that room in the side where all the rations were from before. That's all been cleared out. And Kyle goes, I installed you an auto chef. So you give this thing ingredients and it will cook them for you. I will say he's got a bit of a personality to him.
Is his name Otto?
No.
Dang.
Is it Guy Fieri?
It is not that either.
Is it AI Fieri?
Oh, that's it. That's the
good.
winner.
Damn it. That's
Look,
really
if
good.
it wasn't that,
one.
it is now.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Squid Axe.
It is that now. Yes, AI Fieri. He doesn't like the cheapest of ingredients. He'll be fine with it, but he tends to like it a little more expensive with that kind of stuff. That's why I was able to get him for so cheap.
mean
He
Buzz
likes
Bud.
going to Flavor Town.
He's a little feisty. But that's the mess hall area, and it does come equipped with the auto drink dispenser as well.
Yes.
Now you'll need to refill it from time to time, but
That's
those are easy to get in.
Small price to play.
Yeah, you can find coffee.
But let's head on upstairs now. There's not too much down here. The auto chef is off for the moment just because I didn't want him talking while I was doing this. So so he takes you upstairs and shows you first off. It's like, you, Astrid, really liked this big room.
Yes.
Unfortunately, when we moved the rugs, they pretty much disintegrated, so they're gone.
Oh no.
But I was able to replace the curtains on the bed.
Okay.
So at least you still have that.
The big orange fluffy curtains.
The beige curtains.
Oh, they're beige.
Yes, they're beige. If you wanted fluffy orange curtains, I mean, I can get those for you real quick.
Well, okay, yeah.
So we'll change it up to that. But unfortunately, like all the furniture, we replaced all the beds. Beds are much more comfortable than they were when you guys were sleeping on them before. The other quarters, they're all pretty much exactly the same. He restored them basically what he assumed is factory standard. One thing, though, I did do, so that way you don't have to use your mess hall as storage, I moved the engine room to the middle. I built a door for you, and he points at it. You can see he took the sign down that said E room, and then there's another door that wasn't there before. Like your engine and your power plant are in there now, and so now this room, when he opens it up, you can hold about 50 tons of cargo in here.
Nice.
So you'll have plenty of space to haul things. And you'll notice that the door actually to this room now is much larger than it was before too, so the cargo can get in and out of there pretty easily. The rooms, and he shows you the bridge, like all the consoles are working now. It's still decompiling everything, and he points out this is the captain's chair. This is your gunner station over here. Here's your science station over there. Pilot seat right there. And you can use, I made it as modular as I could with the limits that I had to work with. So you can change things up if you need to. If you don't like being on the right, you can change it over to the left. But this is your ship now.
Man, this
It's
is
beautiful. You did a
gorgeous.
great job, Kyle.
Thank you very much.
You do excellent work.
So, yeah, I mean, the ship shares help. I'm almost there. So yeah, I'll leave you guys to it then. You guys enjoy. Oh, and one more thing. And he goes and there's a box that you guys just now noticed it's on there, and he opens it up and it's like, I found this robot. And he hoists it up. But I only found half of him though.
Oh.
He still has a head. He just needs I figured this would be a fun project for at least one of you to make a drone or something out of this, and he puts it back in the box and closes the lid.
All right. All right.
Fun.
You have to.
Thank you for finding that. Where did you find it in the ship?
Oh, I just found it in a scrapyard.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's a little gift.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Kyle, I appreciate that.
Man,
Thank you.
above
You're
and
welcome.
beyond.
So you guys, I fueled the ship up for you. She's fully loaded. Your drive is just a 1. That's all I had laying around, so you won't get far, but you have enough fuel in this thing. You've got months of fuel, so even if you'll be fine, you can make multiple jumps without much issue. So
Do we have a fuel scoop?
yeah, fix a fuel scoop.
Oh, good.
So that's working now too.
Question.
But yeah, I mean, she's
Shall we
working
take her on
fine.
her official christening journey?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, by the way, who's captain of this thing?
Shit.
Oh no, we didn't discuss this.
Yeah, that is a very good question.
Commander, it seems fitting to me.
I think I second that.
I agree.
All right.
I'll be your number one.
Yes. I love that.
All right.
Will be captain it is.
All right. All right, Captain Vess. She's all yours. And then Kyle leaves. You see the launch attach and it goes back over to the space station. And then you hear him say, all right, Cosmic Orca, you are clear to leave dry dock.
Excellent.
Thank you for your help, Kyle.
No problem, dudes. And then you hear the sound of something lighting up as the comms, and you hear us go, another job well done.
Right.
And then the comms cut out.
Love that game.
All right, you guys are on the ship. It's yours. It's functioning.
Shall we take her out?
Let's do it.
All right.
Bridge positions. Where are we at?
Good question. So
You're in
what
the
are our
captain's
stations?
chair?
I'll take the captain's chair. I feel like you need to be the pilot.
Yes, I'm the pilot.
What are the
take-
ship positions on? Are there positions on like on this bridge?
Yeah,
You
there's the
described a
gunner,
few.
science, captain's chair, pilot seat.
Yeah, I'll take the science stations. That's
Sure.
And then if anyone's got gunner or pilot or anything like that.
gunner it is.
Okay.
It sounds like you'd be the gunner, right?
We'll
I
be
could
the
be.
pilot.
I could be pilot or gunner.
I can't fly, but I also don't have anything in turret, so
You'll get some training. Also, we'll deal with this in a second. You guys are going to get a week of training out for something.
Okay.
So if you want to be training into do gunner,
You might be in the engine room sometimes.
yeah,
too.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I
oh, yeah,
figured
there's an
I'd end up
engineering
being.
console too. We'll say there's
Probably
an engineering
engineering.
console.
Oh, that's
as
me,
well.
for sure.
So
And if you want Rami to sit somewhere,
yeah,
he
there's-
can be doing work in his room, or I don't know if he's coming with us.
he is.
Okay,
He's with
perfect.
you guys. He was there.
Yay!
We'll even say that he was able to fix it so that way the pilot and the gunner station on this ship is actually one console now.
That's
Wow.
That's perfect.
okay.
Wow. Okay.
But
well,
in a
that's me.
firefight, I imagine we would need them to move to the dedicated gunner station.
Yes.
Yeah, which I can do.
Yes.
And I'll
So-
communicate with everyone through that.
So that's also when Rami comes out and says, well, if I understand naval traditions correctly, I believe every captain before they go into jump for the first time on their ship for real with the christening process, they have a catchphrase, I believe.
Oh, they do.
Something like that. I believe I've heard something like make it so or engage or take us out,
Make it so.
hit it.
Yes. Well, first we have to undock, right?
Yeah.
And then we.
Who's
Okay.
piloting out of dry dock?
Me.
Yeah.
All right. I want you to make a Dex spacecraft
That's right.
roll.
Esther, let's go ahead and take her out.
4.
Nice and easy. She's brand new.
It's only a 4. 6.
All right.
You-
Wow. You pilot out. It's a smooth ride. It's not too flashy or dramatic or anything like that. So
Can you imagine?
that's why I posted. That's why I posted the Galaxy Quest video too, just in case.
What is the part of the ship that powers that jump?
It's in the engine room.
Engine rooms?
well,
I
it's-
can,
it's
I can
engine
control
room,
it.
which-
There's an engineering
Yeah,
station I can
the
control
jump
it in there.
There's a-
And you're
there's
in
a
the
station.
science section? Okay. Which I assume can also be like computer systems within the ship? Is that what the science section is? All right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like all the sciencey
Yeah,
bullshit. so-
diagnostics and checking
Yeah.
on all the things.
Perfect.
All right, yeah. So team, status report. How are the systems going?
Everything is running appropriately.
Engine room.
Jump drive's ready to go.
All right, Astrid.
All clear.
Let's rock.
Nice.
Beautiful. All right. I'm not going to make any rolls for this because it's the
Perfect.
first fun one. I'll even say the astrogation roll was fine. You're just following the path that Michael showed you, we'll say. And yeah, the jump drive whirs up and it just does the thing where it goes and then it's into jump space. And you guys are in jump space. Rami was on deck with you. He was by your station watching out the view screen. And it's all just like a really nice, great moment for everybody that they're having.
I look back and smile and nod.
And then you guys hear a whooshy kind of noise behind you.
On the ship.
On the ship, inside the ship, behind you guys. Before you have a chance to turn around, you hear a voice go, "Congratulations are in order, I believe."
Who's this?
Well, you turn around and you see a guy who's wearing a naval uniform
Oh,
saying, "Congratulations, Captain."
do I recognize this dude?
No, you have no idea who this dude is.
He's
he
on
a-
the ship.
Is he
He's
a
on the
person
ship.
or a hologram?
Yeah, try and poke him.
Are you
That's
one of
like-
Kyle's friends? How'd you get on here?
We have our ways of getting on here.
We?
Semantics for later. I just want to let you know that we are watching you with great interest.